Okay, for this question, we are supposed to solve the equation 5 tangent 2x minus cotangent 2x equals to 0 for x between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Alright, for this question, you have to examine that you have tangent 2x and cotangent 2x equals to 0. So you have to do something like this. So as you can see, I start off by doing that for 5 tangent 2x minus cotangent 2x equals 0, I write my question again. And now you can see that I have used one of the identities given to us that actually tangent x is equals to sine x over cosine x, and cotangent x is equals to cosine x over sine x. And using this, we can actually change tangent 2x to be sine 2x over cosine 2x and cotangent 2x to be cosine 2x over sine 2x. When we have two fractions like this, when we want to subtract them, we have to make them a common denominator. So for the first fraction, I'm multiplying sine 2x, and for the second fraction, I'll multiply cosine 2x. Alright, then I will combine the two fractions into this. As you can see that the numerator has been changed to sine squared 2x, because sine 2x multiplied by sine 2x is actually sine squared 2x, and cosine 2x multiplied by cosine 2x is actually cosine squared 2x. In this case, you can see that I have one single fraction equals to 0, and I can just bring over the denominator to the other side so that I will have left with 5 sine squared 2x minus cosine squared 2x equals to 0. And now you can see that the next step, I have actually changed cosine squared 2x to be 1 minus sine squared 2x. Why can I do so? Is because I have used one of the identities given to us, which is sine square plus cosine square a is equals to 1. Using these, I can actually say that cosine square 2x is equals to 1 minus sine square 2x, and when we open up the bracket, I change the sign to be a plus in this case. So 5 sine square 2x plus sine square 2x is actually 6 sine square 2x equals to 1. Okay, so now I can bring the 6 to the other side. I have sine square 2x equals to 1 over 6. Then I square root both sides. Be careful of your plus minus sign. I have square root plus minus square root 1 over 6 to be equals to sine 2x. And because I have plus minus, when I have to solve this, I have to do the ASTC, and I have to take both the positive and negative into consideration. So my basic angle will be arc sine square root 1 over 6. Use your calculator, you get 24.09 degrees, and we have to use it as 2 decimal place because the final answer have to be 1 decimal place. So I know that my 2x is equals to these 4 answers. Okay, I'll zoom out. These 4 answers, I have 1 answer, 2 answer, 3 answer, 4 answer, all from these 4 quadrants over here. And to solve for my x, I have to divide by 2 for all these answers to get 1, 2, 3, 4 answers.